the window.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle!
All right, see, that is where it was a little too much. I don't know if that look. I've been seeing some screenshots. The first thing we're going to talk about today is the Jacksonville traffic stop. So we got some body cam footage to look at, and then we're going to look at the press conference and just to see what we're still thinking. So I've already done the first initial video on this where you can see him getting punched. My first thoughts was the first punch was uncalled for, but I do know that if you are resisting arrest, they're allowed to punch you to make you comply. That is, I don't know if you feel that's right or not, but hey, let's get right into this body cam footage. And it basically breaks down both the body cam and his footage that he was shooting. So let's jump right into that.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I know how this.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I'm cooperative dog driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For 94, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
Call your supervisor.
Yep. 25 seconds. If anybody responding, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
I'm coming west on Commonwealth. I'm getting in a second.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now, you're under arrest for resisting.
Okay, so you are like always, you're allowed to ask for a supervisor, and he did tell him why he's pulling him over. Now, is it a good reason? I wouldn't think so, but it is up to the cops' discretion, and I'm assuming that's in the law that the weather, that you got to have your, even if it's daylight, the weather, you got to have your headlights on, just depending on the weather. But let's keep going.
You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay. Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to comply.
No, he's under arrest.
Hey, I'll lock the car. I'm going to push it up.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
Vehicle's locked in.
Yes.
He's locked it up. He's putting the window down.
Correct.
I tried to talk to
Huh? Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess, talked to you?
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights off.
Okay, that's still
and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you put?
Now, yes, it is a legitimate reason. I'm assuming it's in the law books, but I've never been pulled over with my headlights off when it's about to rain. But I'm assuming, but I've seen comments of the videos of people who have, so can't really say anything about that. My main thing is it's best to comply because one, you don't want to get in an altercation, and two, you can just let your lawyers handle it. You make it's the reason we got lawyers. If you feel like your rights is being violated, go ahead and comply, and then talk to a lawyer. That's the best thing to do it. But let's keep going.
That law up?
Huh?
Can you put that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Breaks the window.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle!
All right, see, that is where it was a little too much. I don't know if that look. I've been seeing some screenshots. It was like a slap or a punch. I think that was too much. Now, if you disagree with me, let me know. But that just seems like too much to me. He didn't even try to grab him first. Like if he would have tried to grab him and hold him for the door to open up so he can pull him out, that's totally different. But he went on and swung and hit him in the face. That's too much. I think that is excessive force. Now let's keep going into this video.
Show me your hands.
Here.
1033 at 16.1 hours.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No.
Now, as you've seen, he punched him in the chin. What I've done a little research on and seen some people talk about is that when you're resisting arrest, which he was resisting, he wasn't getting on the ground. He said, no, no, no. The police are allowed to hit you to make you comply. Is it right? If you're resisting arrest, it's in their law. I don't know if it's right or not, but it is in the law that they are allowed to hit you and use reasonable force. Now, if he would have took out his baton and started beating on him, that would have been too much. But maybe even a shot to the face is too much. But yeah, but I know that is the law where they are allowed to strike you if you are not complying and you are resisting arrest. So let's keep going into this.
Put your hands behind your back! I'm resisting! Hands behind your back! What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
See that? When he's already on the ground, is there a need? Is there a need to punch him like that? So
No.
Put your hands behind your back! I'm resisting! Hands behind your back!
his hands, at least to me, from this angle, his hands was already behind his back and it just kept hitting him. I don't know if they can say he was still fighting them, but the main thing is the first punch where after he broke the window, that is where I'd be like, oh no, that is too much. If you would have just grabbed him and pulled him out, then I can't really say much about it. Because like I said, they are allowed to hit you when you are not complying and they're trying to arrest you and you're resisting arrest.
What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No.
Yes, bro. Yes.
That was a lawful reason, bro. You look on my phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
When they asked me to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit. So your partner didn't even act.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is. So why close the door if you see him pull up? Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, but I didn't do nothing wrong.
No resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong. Can you back me up to the podcast? You a buck
Now, like I said, did the cop do too much, especially the one who punched him in the face? Yes, I think so. Did he could have avoided all of this by just accepting it and just complying? And then if you really felt that your rights was violated, contact a lawyer? Yes. I feel like all of this could have been avoided. Is he going to get paid? Probably. Be honest, probably. They're probably going to settle. But we'll get into that press conference they held in a second. Let's finish up this video.
25. Can you start rescue? 1067.
Approximately 30-year-old Bravo Mike.
Last race.
I did.
2570.
I can go around and get in the car.
Thank you.
I know. You should push the door one though.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's your name? You need tissue?
Is that from the class?
You good? Yeah, you or him? Okay.
Well, okay, that's it for you too,
All right. So, like I said, all of this could have been avoided. But yes, I do think that first punch is too much and excessive force. Now, the things afterwards, I don't know. Just because I know they are allowed to punch you if you are resisting arrest. And it did look like he was fighting them. So, is it right? I don't know. You tell me your thoughts. But let's get over into this press conference and see what the press conference is talking about.
Today, we are hearing from the man who was punched by a police officer during a traffic stop in Jacksonville. CBS Miami morning anchor Betty Wynn is here. And Betty, that man was joined by his family and civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
Yes, that's right. Just over an hour ago, in fact, we got our first look at 22-year-old William McNeil Jr. after his violent arrest that you see here. It went viral. And he stood next to his parents while his attorney stated that some of his injuries are permanent. Now,
it's just that punch afterwards to the chin just looks crazy to me. Does look crazy. Now, like I said, I keep saying I don't know if they'll, just because they're allowed to hit you because you're resisting, if they will even consider that. But let's keep going.
his chipped tooth was still visible as he very briefly explained what happened.
That day, I just really wanted to know,
I'm not going to stop it too much, but he cleaned up. I mean, you're going to be in front of the press. Got his hair in the little, what is it called? The yarn ball. He cleaned up. That's how you do it. You clean up when you get in front of the press.
While I was getting pulled over and while I needed to step out the car when I know I didn't do nothing wrong, I was really just scared.
We have audio, visual evidence, proof of what happened. Nobody has to narrate it for us. To the sheriff, respectfully, you can't justify this.
So this comes as we see a new angle of that traffic stop. Now, the sheriff released body cam video of the arrest. I want you to take a look at it.
Boom.
Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, it looks like it was like
the
a
reason why I'm
hard
For one thing,
slap push.
inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor.
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
Like I said,
Okay,
all
so
of this,
after shutting
all of this could have been avoided if he would have just got out the vehicle. They would have gave him a ticket, and if he felt like his laws, or if it wasn't a reasonable ticket, or if it wasn't he wasn't doing anything against the law, he could have took a lawyer against it. But hey, he stuck it out.
his door, McNeil refused to exit his car and then kept requesting a supervisor. Officials say he was asked 7 times to step out of his vehicle, but he never did. Now, the state attorney's office found none of the officers violated criminal law. The sheriff is also defending his deputies, and that deputy seen punching McNeil, he is on paid administrative leave pending an internal investigation. As for McNeil, he pleaded guilty to resisting a police officer without violence and driving with a suspended license. However, his attorneys say police stopped McNeil over bogus claims of...
He was already doing a lot. He was already driving with a suspended license. He was already doing
driving without headlights in broad daylight and not wearing a seatbelt when video shows he was wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, I don't know if he just put his seatbelt back on, but I couldn't tell when he was leaning out the car if he had a seatbelt or not. Main thing is the first cop who was on paid suspension for punching him or slapping him, hitting him right when the window was broke. I feel like he did too much. And at the end of the day, just because of the optics of this, and most lawyers, especially that lawyer, do not fight losing cases. They fight cases that they think will settle or they could win. Most likely the police will settle and he will get paid. I mean, simple as that, and the taxpayers got to pay for it. When cops do this, even if everything else was all right, them pulling him out, if they would have hit him because he was fighting them, but just that first punch, once you go one time over it, it puts the rest of the officers who are trying to do their job in jeopardy because they're going to feel like, oh, well, if they punch me, I can get paid. If I make them to where they're going to punch me, hey, get paid. But like I said, tell me your thoughts. I think he's going to get a settlement out of this. Do you think it was excessive force? Do you think the first punch was excessive force? And how do you feel? Because I've seen it from several videos and just looking up, doing some research online, that if you are resisting arrest, they're allowed to punch you or basically use the appropriate amount of force, i.e. hitting you or punching you, to get you on the ground and make you comply. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's right? Yeah, leave me your thoughts in the comments. And hey, tell me what your thoughts. And like I said, do you think he's going to get a settlement? Most likely. Like I said, most likely. But hey, that is a wild story. And the taxpayers, at the end of the day, the taxpayers are going to have to pay for a settlement if they do settle. Or, well, no, they got insurance. So I don't know. God, but somebody's going to have to pay some money. If it's an insurance company or if it's the taxpayers. The police insurance, but no. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Now, all right, everybody, remember this is AC Review.